Now, to give you a little bit of an idea of where I live, this is the interior. That's my furnace. Now, I'm just using a little buddy heater to be able to heat my camper because the furnace itself doesn't work. And because the motor burned out in the furnace, and I can't find another one and I can't find anybody who can rebuild the windings in it. So I'm just going to buy another furnace, but it's prohibitively expensive, and I'd rather get my teeth fixed. So anyway, so here is my kitchen. I have my little road case oven. I've got a regular oven and stove. That is my sink and cupboard space. Here is the front of the RV. Now I've got my plants sitting. I have two plants that I've had since my mother died, and I keep them with me. I know that they're fairly large, but they are they're my plants. But anyway, so there is the driving compartment. Now the top where the bed is, I have filled with stuff. That's just my trunk, basically. It is storage. So I try to keep the curtains closed because it looks so much neater when the curtains are closed. And because that's filled, I just use this as both my sofa and my bed. The air conditioner, it will blow air as far as the fan, but I believe that it has a leak in the Freon, so chances are, I either have to get that patched, or maybe I just have to get it recharged. I don't know. I'm going to have to, if I go south, I'm going to have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about the furnace as I go north. The refrigerator only runs on 110. I really would like to replace that with a 3-way refrigerator. But unfortunately, again, that's cost prohibitive. So for right now, what I've been doing is freezing blocks of ice and putting in the lettuce crisper in order to make it like the old style ice boxes. The other problem that I have is my plumbing does not work right now. As far as the toilet works fine, but as far as running water, I don't have any because I took out all of the PVC pipes to replace them with PEX, because PEX will expand as opposed to breaking in the winter if it freezes. And they weren't working anyway, and they were all cracked anyway, so I decided, okay, so I'll take out what's left of them, and I'll just replace it all with PEX. And I'm in the process of doing that when my teeth got broke out, and I decided that I was going to do this whole Costa Rica journey. Alright, so then, moving right along, if I come out the door here, I'm in a Walmart parking lot. Well, actually a Home Depot parking lot. And so let's see here. This is my RV. Right there. It is a Class C, 1975 Class C Barth. And that is my car. So let me give you a little tour here of the different things that I've done to this in order to make it ready to go on the road. First of all, you can see that in the front, I added a hitch on the front of the vehicle in order to be able to put my scooter on there, because I wanted to be able, if I got to a national forest or something, or national park, that I wanted to be able to use it. I bought the actual base of the motorcycle rack, and then because I wanted to put it on the front, and because it blocks my headlights from the front, I decided to buy lights from a plow and build a rack to mount the lights in. So I would have, and actually the lights are better than the original lights. So I would have lights for the headlights, high beams, low beams, and turn signals. So I put that on, and I have pictures that I'll be putting up later about how that was done. But the basic legs of it, if you look down underneath here, I don't know, let me see if I can get a better angle of it. And that is how the hitch is hooked, right there to the bottom and bolted on, and then welded together to a large plate that I put up underneath of the bumper. And that is attached to the frame up under the bumper, and then I put the bumper back on. And I have pictures of it without the bumper. And then I have this anti-sway device on there that, I don't know, it doesn't work as well as I would like, but you know, it works. And then I ran wiring down. Now the front of this actually comes off right there. I don't know if you can see that. Like, I have another piece that's welded up inside of here, and then this piece slides over top of it, so that way I can take the entire assembly for the lights off of it. So that whole assembly comes off if I need to. But then once I built it, I found that I really don't need to. So it's just on there. But it rides just fine. I've driven it all over the place, and it seems to be fine. I've got my little bike horn on the side there. My actual horn does work, but sometimes in a parking lot, that's just more fun. All right, inside the generator compartment, which is right here. Let me see if I can open it for you. There was no generator in there when I got it, so wrong key. Okay, so what I've done is I have got myself a Honda generator, and then I have my gas right there. I know that's not really the wisest place to put a thing of fuel, but I only have it in there when I'm not running the generator. And soon I'm going to take that out, and that's where I'm going to build a battery rack to put more batteries. Because right now all I'm running on is one deep cycle battery, and I'm going to need more. I know that I'm going to need more. So right there. All right, now making away. I just put new tires all the way around, and because I had two of my tires slashed on this thing, actually it was these two that were slashed, so I went out and I got all new tires all the way around, so at least I knew that I would be safe. Now, I was told that I would be unable, oh, by the way, my hot water heater does not work. I need to put a new hot water heater in there. Okay, so then moving right along, I built, to tow my car, I built a car dolly. And because I make my living by fixing things, I needed a toolbox to be able to carry my tools in. So what I did was I built a car dolly that was able to raise and lower to accommodate different vehicles, and the toolbox basically mounts right above the hood of the vehicle. So patent pending, I'm working on that, and doing my patent search. And then I also put a hitch on the back, right there, you'll see it. And above that there's a roller for the winch, so in case my car breaks down I can still pull it up onto the car dolly. Okay. So, now, coming around here, I did drive away once while the jack was down and it broke the wheels. So I need to replace that, fix that, but there's my hitch. Now, I built a hitch underneath of the vehicle right there, and let's see if I can zoom in on that a bit. I don't know if you can see that because of the light. And mounted it to the frame, and then brought it out here where I have mounted it up and around my waist to an extra beam that I put in the back in order to be able to hold the weight of the car that I'm pulling. And time will tell as to whether or not that's going to work. Then I built, as part of that, I built a rack on the back of the RV. You'll see it right there. Let me back out here. And that rack is to hold larger propane tanks. I just haven't been able to afford to buy the larger propane tanks yet. And I put diamond plate, aluminum diamond plate across the back. And then I have a ladder. A ladder, so that way I can put my awning out, because it's the old style awning that just rolls out and has two poles. So I had to carry a ladder with me. But on the car dolly, I have I mounted lights on the back, so that way while towing a car, because you know, when you're driving up behind those things, sometimes you really can't see the lights that are on the sides of the car dolly unless you're a little off to the side. So I wanted to be extra noticeable, which brings me to the next point. I wanted to be able to, the reason that I put that hitch down there was not to be able to tow anything with it. I wanted to be able to mount a bike rack on it, to be able to carry bikes when I'm not using the car dolly. So, because I like mountain biking and I have 3 bikes on my car. Now, because the back end of the car is lower when the front end of the car is up on the car dolly, I put a hitch on the back of my car, and then I built an extension right there to be able to change the angle, and then I put my bike rack into that extension, and then I made a wired set of lights to mount on the back of the bike rack. And when it's plugged into the car right now, but when it's up on the car dolly, I have this very long set of tubing right there that actually stretches out over the car and will plug into that receiver right there on the car dolly. So when I'm driving and I'm towing the car, I'm able to, you know, those lights on the very back end also work for turn signals, brake lights, tail lights, and so forth. Okay, now as far as the fun stuff, my internet and my being able to have electricity. I don't run my generator hardly at all. Instead, let me see if I can take this ladder down here. Alright, and alright, so I'm going to take my ladder down, and we're going to climb up on the roof.